Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're giving you top tips for saving money on car insurance. So let's get into it. For this video we're basing our quote on the most common car in the UK in one of the lowest insurance groups, which is the Ford Fiesta, or more specifically a 2015 titanium model worth around £7,000. According to the Department for Transport and DVLA, the average age of those passing their driving test in the UK is now 24. So we're basing our quote on a single 24-year-old female, let's call her Sarah, who lives in Leeds. Sarah has only just passed her test and therefore has zero no claims bonus. Her occupation is a clerk and she is looking for the cheapest third-party only cover. The best way to search for car insurance is using comparison websites. Do bear in mind that some insurance providers aren't on comparison sites, so once you have your best quote, you can always visit individual providers to see if they can give you a better quote. For this video, we'll be using Go Compare. To save time, I've already entered all of the details, and as you can see, our best quote comes out at £4,067.70. We'll add this to our board and work out the savings for each tip. So this leads us into our first tip, which is to vary the insurance type. In terms of the different insurance types, third party only covers for claims made against you by other people, but there's no cover for you or your car. It's the most basic insurance you can get and it's usually the cheapest. Third-party fire and theft covers you for everything that third-party only covers you for, but you're also covered if your car is stolen or damaged by fire. Comprehensive covers all of the previous two and will also cover you if your car is damaged, stolen or written off. You'll be covered for claims made against you by other people too. As you move through the insurance types, you are covered for more elements, so the assumption is that you will be charged more premium. However, this is not always the case. As you can see in this instance, third party and third party fire and theft both give the same price. However, with fire and theft, you are getting more cover for the same premium. Amazingly, in this instance, comprehensive insurance is a significant amount cheaper than both the third-party options. Let's take a look at the figures. With comprehensive cover at £3,397.04, that's a saving of £670.66, or 16%, which is effectively more cover for less premium. Our second tip is to add a more experienced person as an additional driver. Adding a mature driver, even if that driver will never actually drive the car, can reduce premiums. In this case, we'll add a parent, 50 years old with 20 years driving experience. This additional driver must be considered as the secondary driver. If we generate that quote, we get a figure of £2,660.38, which is another huge £736.66 cheaper just for adding a driver that could potentially never drive the car. This brings our total savings to £1,407.32, or 35% less than our original premium. Moving on to tip number 3, and this is the one I've found to give the biggest reduction in price across a host of demographics. Today's date is the 17th of Feb. Our original quote was for today. However, if we move the quote out by a month to say the 17th of March, watch what happens to the premium. £1,718.98 is an eye-watering £941.40 less than the previous quote, just for moving the date out by a month. This is not an exact science, but the best deals are normally obtained by shifting the date between 3 and 4 weeks. It's worth having a play with this date and see what you can get your quote down to. With these top 3 tips, this gives us a total saving of £2,348.72, or a 58% reduction on the original quote. We've shown that in under 5 minutes, you can significantly reduce your car insurance by tweaking certain aspects while still getting the same, or in this case, even better insurance cover. There are some more tips that I've not used in this specific instance, but a few worth mentioning are tweaks to the job description. The Money Saving Expert website has a job picker tool which is available to use. All of the links used in this video, as usual, are in the description. With this tool, you enter your job description and what you expect to pay for your insurance, and it gives you a list of similar job descriptions and a rough idea of the savings it could make to your insurance quote if you were to change your job description. If we take an example of a filing clerk with insurance of £1,500, similar job titles like clerical officer could potentially save you over £500 on your insurance quote. This is something that comes with a warning in terms of the job description you select. When considering whether you can use a different title, always imagine you are asking a reasonable person who knew what you would do for a living. Would they say it was reasonable for you to describe yourself this way? I've had limited success with this, however, it is known to have an impact on certain insurance groups, so it's always worth a try. Consider paying annually. It's sometimes cheaper to pay the full insurance amount in one lump sum. Paying monthly will normally be slightly more expensive due to the way the payments are calculated, so it's worth checking what the difference is between the payments. And finally, don't auto-renew. I've never had a renewal quote that I couldn't get cheaper. I've gone onto the same insurer's website and requested a fresh quote and still got it cheaper than the renewal. Since January 2022, this should not be the case, but it's always worth checking. Either way, the moral is never accept a renewal. Always do the comparison, as we've shown here. It literally takes 5 to 10 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the video and that you try out these tips, as I genuinely believe everyone can save money. If you have any questions or you feel like I didn't explain something clearly enough, then please drop me a comment and I'll try and get back to you as quickly as possible. I'd like to thank you for watching and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Good luck with the money saving.